All right, there seems to be this recent trend of, hey, I'm going to show my military uniform off and what rank I am and all that. Notice the hat, ladies. All right, let me tell you something, okay? I'm just going to put it out there. My ET girlfriend is commander of a heavy cruiser and 6 other ships. She corrected me, by the way. She said, no, it's 6. But she corrected me on the heavy cruiser because I said cruiser, and she said, no, it's a heavy cruiser. And then she corrected me and said, no, it's 6 other ships. Okay, so she is commander of a heavy cruiser and 6 other ships. So I think I got the military thing covered. Okay, you know. So if the military thing is being bandied about to, I don't know, maybe, show solidarity with me being in the army, maybe, I don't know, but, my ET girlfriend, she's got the military thing covered, okay? She's got that shit covered, and she's a busy lady, so, but she's got that shit covered, so, y'all can put away your uniforms and your rank insignia, because she's got that shit covered. Whether my human girlfriend has rank or not, or in the military or not, I care not. I don't care either way. Doesn't matter to me, because I got the military aspect covered with my ET girlfriend. Have you noticed, folks, that every state I go into, the ET activity gets awfully quiet? Yeah, it's because my ET girlfriend is a commander. She outranks damn near everybody. So, But yeah, haven't you noticed that whatever state I go in, the ET noise always gets real quiet? Yeah, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that shit. Because wherever I go, my ET girlfriend goes, and her fleet of ships goes. And you notice every state I go into, man, the ET activity just suddenly gets quiet as fuck. Why? Because I got a commander. She's a commander. No joke, no bullshit. She's a commander, and they know it, and they get nice and quiet. She can order them around and tell them what to do, But have you noticed that? Have you noticed that every state I go into, all the ET activity suddenly gets real quiet? Yeah, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. And she's crazy about me. I don't know why. Ask her. But for whatever reason, she's crazy about me. She just thinks the sun rises and sets with me. And she has no problem with me having a normal human girlfriend, fiance, marriage, wife, whatever. She has no problem with that. So then the question then becomes, do you as a human have a problem with her being my girlfriend, my ET girlfriend? Do you have a problem with that? If you don't have a problem with that, we're copacetic, man. We're cool. But she has no problem. She has no problem with me. She understands that as a human being, I'm going to need a human wife and have kids and all that good shit. She understands that. So, now let's see if the human girlfriend can be just as understanding as she is. Because a lot of human women are jealous as fuck, man. I've noticed here lately. I don't know why that is. I think it's brainwashing, personally. Because, think about it. For thousands and thousands and thousands of years, we had polygamy on this earth. Women used to not fight one another. Women used to, they get in the kitchen and help with the cooking and the cleaning and shit. Even as recently as the 70s, I remember as a little boy, you'd have 5, 6 women in that damn kitchen. And there wasn't no fighting or anything. They all had their thing that they did, and they went in the kitchen and they did it. I remember that as a boy. There wasn't no conflict between women back in the day. None. So where did this shit all come from? Brainwashing. Brainwashing you into being alone and isolated. Because if you're alone and isolated, you're easily controlled and manipulated. I can definitely relate to that, because that was done to me. Or so the trolls think. Isn't that right, trolls? But see, my ET girlfriend is kind of like my ace in the hole. Because ain't nobody going to do shit or say shit about me with her around. No fucking way. And the trolls ain't going to be able to manipulate her like they did Andrea. No, they're not. No, are you trolls? No. So yeah, she's my ace in the hole. And she outranks me. Which that's fine. That doesn't bother me. That don't bother me a bit. You know, and that's a good topic to bring up too. You know, because, you know, well, do you mind if a woman makes more money than you? Or do you mind if she has a better job than you? Or do you mind if she... No, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about that shit. That doesn't matter to me. All right. But like I said, you know, I wanted to get on here because I've noticed here recently this rash of women showing up in their uniform and with their insignia and with their rank showing and I don't mind that. I mean, but I just thought I'd better get in there and just put my sly finnig in there. That my ET girlfriend is a commander. And she has a heavy cruiser and 6 other ships. Because she corrected me. I was like, well, how many ships you got? I got 6 ships. Oh, okay. You know. And she corrected me on the heavy cruiser. It was actually kind of funny. I was talking to a friend of mine. And I said, yeah, man, she's got a cruiser, you know. And she literally, right in that instant, right at that second, she pops in my head and she said, no. It's a heavy cruiser. So she corrected me right then and there. Boom, corrected me right then and there and says, no, it's a heavy cruiser. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. You know, but she's still in the shit, you know. So I mean, you know, she like I said, she's got 6 other ships to deal with too. In addition to a heavy cruiser. She's got 6 other ships to deal with. So she's a busy lady. She's got a lot of shit going on. And I understand that too. You know, I'm not stupid. I understand she's a busy woman. She's got shit she's doing, you know. So it's all good. You know, because I've had women, you know, is she going to be constantly around or anything? No, she's busy. She's got shit to do. She's not, and like I said, she's not going to encroach on my human life that much. Other than maybe visit me every now and then. Which hopefully you're copacetic with. Like I said earlier. Hopefully you can be copacetic with that. But I mean, as far as her constantly being around, no, she's busy. She's a commander. She's got her ship and 6 other ships to deal with. She's busy. And, you know, but obviously, if she wants time with me, all she'd have to do is just zap me up there like she did my dogs. They repaired my dogs, by the way. I had an outside dog called Bubby, and he got into it with a deer, and the deer gored him all the way up his chest, from his stomach to his chest. And he comes crawling on the back porch, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't fix this. And I you know, I figured he's a goner, man. I mean, you know, his intestines were literally hanging out, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't fix that. And I can't afford to fix it. And so I asked him, I said, hey, if you guys are bored to tears up there and want something to do, would you care to zap Bubby up there and fix him? Well, that next day, I didn't see him at all. And I'm like, okay, well, he's gone. You know, he crawled off to die, right? You know, because that's, you know, what I was expecting. And so he was gone that next day, all day. I didn't see him all day the next day. But the day after that, I go outside, and he's there on the back porch just smiling and panting and wagging his tail. It's like, damn. So I looked at him, couldn't find a seam nowhere. No stitches, no seams. It was as if the deer had never even gored him. Amazing, amazing work. Now I know somebody's going to say, well, Vaughn, is that the med beds that people are talking about? Where they throw you in a bed and it heals you? I don't know what they used. I don't know if they did it by hand or if they used a med bed. But one thing I do know is that I couldn't find a seam nowhere. It was as if he had never been gored by the deer at all. Isn't that amazing? That's some amazing work. But anyways, you know, but yeah, I just wanted to get on here and talk, hey, I'm ex-military. I was in the Army for 8.5 months. I was in the Coast Guard for 6.5 months. And I was in the Naval Sea Cadet Corps for 2.5 years. Okay, so I've got the military thing covered. And my AT girlfriend definitely has the military thing covered. Because she's still in. She's still active duty. All right. And like I said, wherever I go, you notice the ET activity it just gets quiet as a church mouse, doesn't it? Isn't that amazing? Yeah. That's because my ET girlfriend don't put up with no shit. That's why. I guarantee that's why. And she probably outranks damn near everyone. So, I mean, But I wanted to get on here and talk about it because I've noticed a lot of stuff going on with, people whipping out their uniform and their rank and whatnot. And that's fine. But I just want to get on here and say that, I got it covered. Okay. I got that shit covered in more ways than one. Anyways, y'all have a wonderful day and better tomorrow. All right? Bye.